So what's the winter season of your life? Winter is about healing and restoration, just kind of chilling out for a little bit. Sometimes literally chilling because it can be cold, but it doesn't always just occur in the winter. Every day has a winter season. Every month has a winter season. Every year has a winter season. And every 4 years, there's a whole year that's a winter. Life is kind of fractal in that way. So a winter season in the day is like when you're asleep in the morning. You're literally cold. Well, and let's talk about what winter looks like every month. So because there's that fractal nature, the first quarter of every month is the winter of the month. It's typically like the first week. And you'll notice that's kind of when people coast a little bit. They run reports to figure out what happened last month and just kind of think about what they want to do that month. So what does the winter mean at the year level? Well, I think that's the one we're most familiar with. Everybody just kind of indoors a lot, not really feeling like doing a whole lot, but still kind of imagining what you want your life to be like the rest of the year. Maybe you start to plan your summer vacation in your head, and then there's every 4 years where you have a whole year. We kind of recollect about what happened in winter and start to think about what we want to do in the spring. And that's when you start planning and working towards stuff. It's kind of a reset. So what's the spring season of your life? Spring is about preparing and planting, getting things ready for what's coming. It's a time when ideas start to take shape and actions begin to move from thought to form. You're not harvesting yet, you're just getting the soil ready and putting the seeds in. But just like winter, spring doesn't only happen once a year. Every day has a spring season. Every month has a spring season. Every year has a spring season. And every 4 years, there's even a whole year that's a spring. So life is layered like that. It's fractal. It's repeating patterns at different scales. So the spring season of your day is probably mid-morning. You're fully awake. Maybe you've had your coffee. You're not just dreaming anymore. You're starting to do things. You're organizing your day, writing lists, responding to texts. Things are in motion. Spring is about preparation, momentum, cleaning up after the thaw, getting rid of what no longer serves you, and making space for things to grow. If we zoom out to the monthly level, spring is usually that second week. You've reviewed your numbers and reset your mind from week 1, the winter. And now you're making plans. You're creating tasks, you're scheduling meetings, you're making purchases, you're starting to move. At the yearly level, it's the spring we all know. People start going outside more. They clean the garages, donate clothes, prep their gardens. Internally, we do that too. We start journaling more. We do goal setting, plan vacations, even if we haven't booked anything yet. And then there's the 4-year cycle. So every 4 years, you'll have that spring year. And that's a year where the old story ends and a new one begins. Maybe you've moved, started a new job, launched a new vision, but it's a year where you're learning and building again. You're not fully sure what the harvest will look like, but you're laying down foundations. Spring is exciting, but it also takes faith, because what you plant doesn't grow overnight, but you have to do the work anyway, believing the harvest will come. So what's the summer season of your life? Summer is when you do the work. You're not dreaming anymore. You're not planning anymore. You're in the middle of it. This is the season of execution, of showing up day after day under the heat of it all. And just like the other seasons, summer doesn't only just show up once a year. Every day has a summer. Every month has a summer. Every year has a summer. And every 4 years, there's a whole year that feels like a summer. Because life is fractal. Patterns repeat at every level. The summer part of your day, that's the afternoon. You're fully engaged, deep into projects, meetings, writing, building, delivering, and moving. You're not dreaming about the garden. You're out there pulling weeds and watering what you planted. At the monthly level, summer usually falls in the 3rd week. That's the time when all those plans you made earlier in the month get put into action. The emails get sent, the campaigns launch, the meetings happen, and the momentum builds. If you're too busy to think too far ahead, you're in it. At the yearly level, summer is familiar. Things are at their peak. Projects launched in spring are moving fast. People are active, visible, and vibrant. Vacations happen, yes, but even vacations take planning and doing. Summer is loud, full, and sometimes overwhelming, but it's when the bulk of the progress gets made. And every 4 years, you'll get a summer year. This is a push year. You're grinding, shipping, building a body of work. You might be getting recognition or just putting your head down and doing what you said you would. There's less questioning and more momentum, less pondering and more producing. But it's also when burnout can creep in if you're not careful. Because in summer, everything looks alive, but everything's also under pressure. Heat, light, growth, deadlines. You gotta water what's growing, prune what's overreaching, and protect your energy so that you make it to fall. Summer is about sweat. It's about showing up. It's about work. It's not about flashy beginnings or satisfying endings, but the long, necessary middle. So what's the fall season of your life? Fall is the season of finishing and harvesting. It's when the work starts to pay off, but it's also when things come to an end. Projects wrap up, cycles close, whether you're ready or not. Just like the other seasons, fall isn't just once a year. Every day has a fall, every month has a fall, every year has a fall. And every 4 years, there's a whole year that's fall. It's because life has these repeating patterns, these rhythms within rhythms. So what does fall look like in your day? It's the evening. The workday winds down, you're reviewing what got done, closing the laptop, making dinner, maybe reflect, maybe you're tired, but the push is over. And now it's about completion. It's about winding down with grace. At the monthly level, fall is the 4th work week. You're tying things up, reporting, invoicing, cleaning up dashboards, saying, did we do what we set out to do? You look back, maybe adjust forward. It's a week of harvest, but also a week of assessment. What worked, what didn't, what's left unfinished. At the yearly level, these days get shorter, the air gets cooler, and life slows down just a bit. You might feel the urge to finish strong before the holidays. You start preparing for the year end. Fall has this way of making people take stock of what the year has been and what it hasn't been. And every 4 years, you'll have a fall year. It's a year of transition, a chapter closes, a job ends, a move happens, a relationship shifts. It's not sad. It's natural, but it can feel bittersweet because fall is both a celebration and an ending. Fall reminds you to be grateful of what grew and to let go of what you can't carry forward. It's the season of harvest and preparation for rest.